Cash flow is oxygen to business. Interrupt the supply and the consequences are immediate and severe. This is true for all business models, and for those whose customers are other businesses, a multitude of unique challenges exist. Specifically, there are 4 great dangers that make B2B debt collection very different from collecting retail or consumer debt. 1. Limited customers. For many B2B vendors, especially those serving niche markets or small industries, business prospects are finite and close-knit. Oftentimes, there are only a handful of potential customers, and they all know each other. Nothing travels faster than bad news, and mishandling debt collection or any other sensitive matter can quickly impact your brand and irretrievably shrink your company's market share. 2. Industry-specific impacts. Whether your B2B company sells its products to clients upstream or downstream, it is probably vulnerable to economic, regulatory, and supply and demand related variables that can suddenly impact cash flow. One day, everything is booming, and the next, your business is fighting for its life. At such times, when an entire supply chain can be suffering from overdue receivables, it is essential your B2B business has a strategy for reinforcing high payment priority in order to avoid being caught inside a reoccurring toppling dominoes effect. Proactive monitoring and a great collection agency can make the difference between survival and failure. 3. Higher stakes. In the B2B world, purchase volumes tend to be orders of magnitude larger than in consumer-oriented selling. Whereas $1 million in retail sales can be spread across numerous buyers, it can amount to a mere handful of orders, or often less than a single contract for an industrial manufacturer or distributor. A single deal gone sideways can have crippling repercussions for a B2B vendor. 4. Tougher negotiations. In business-to-business debt collection, accounts receivable managers can expect to encounter a higher level of sophistication than in the consumer and retail world. Negotiations are often conducted with trained accounts payable specialists acting under specific directives, or with the business owners themselves. Approaches that may work very well in B2C situations can have disastrous consequences when dealing with a veteran entrepreneur hardened by multiple economic downturns, or one who has weathered prior business failures and is currently facing new adversity. Not only are negotiations generally tougher in B2B collections, but losses due to a debtor's business's collapse are more difficult to recover because you're up against banks, secured creditors, and the CRA. Don't accept bad debt as necessary risk or a cost of doing business in the B2B world. It simply doesn't have to be that way. Ready to start collecting debt the right way? Contact Metcredit today.